Well, I just told him as soon as I finished, I was going to send him a movie. So. Then I'm going to clean up this nasty ass house. Oh yeah, I forgot the podcast is today too. He didn't. I asked him, he didn't respond. So you know what if I get on there today, you know what I'm gonna talk about. And I took a picture of it. So when you loading up the game and you got to select which online league you want to select, and it's actually which league. At the bottom right, it shows you how many leagues are online. You know how many leagues is online, bro? 5 million. So if it's that many people, and that's the league, that's not how many people are in the league. Let's just say it's half of the teams. Multiply 16 times 5 million. Come on, man. If that ain't telling you that you need to go ahead and make sure that everything's good, then I don't know what does. All right, man, we about to play. Okay, man. Leave. That hurt. Ow. Seawright. I heard that. I like that name. Secure Seawright.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a
Bengals finally played here in a long time. Ooh.
The scene a few moments ago.
My squad bet today.
Any other in sport as both teams
stadium,
make their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
It's knocked away, but a penalty. Oh my God! Are you fucking kidding me? That was bullshit! Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me! Come on, bruh.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we have those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
That's complete. Bernard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Probably would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to wind up in there now. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Well, he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here we go now.
Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And down he'll go at the 25. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain. So
2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Why is he slowing down? Just bust to the hole, bro.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed.
Why is he?
They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're
break
doing
out
in this game.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, look at the juke. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll try to throw down. Prescott completes it to Moncrief, left side.
What?
And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night here, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
What are you guys doing, man? Just let him see through there.
Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it went for big yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Come on, bro. This is bullshit. One hand catches your shit? Really?
These guys are in for 6. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. as they start on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. The extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And now running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team?
Oh, Prescott.
Come on, man. Seriously, bro. Throw the ball.
At the 24.
Come on, man.
What part of they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's...
They'll take it on for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
Nowhere to go here.
Come, what the fuck is going on, dog? I'm throwing the ball.
Field position has them just
Look at this animation.
at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
What the fuck is that?
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. Back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned
fumbles?
back plays.
I mean, come on, bruh.
Do you think you're going to the bench to get
This is
that break, and all of a sudden you're
ridiculous.
doing sudden change, get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. takes it into the end zone.
This is
Touchdown
bullshit, man.
Bengals. A great play there with his second touchdown here in
Two
this
fumbles.
first half.
And a
The
quarterback.
Bengals just continue to pour it on.
How do you fumble that many times, man? Every sack is a fumble? Seriously? Every sack is a fumble.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Prescott from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Green 39! Green 39!
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
He's going to get it running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Now let's go!
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught by
What is that? Seriously, bro?
touchdown.
This is ridiculous,
In for
man.
the score.
Wow.
And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Prescott again. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. To the air again, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott.
Come on, man.
Intercepted. Picked him up by Martinez. These guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Detroit! Detroit!
Come on, bro. It's 44-7. You passing the ball still?
eluding the pressure right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Come on, man.
A gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, wow. I'm just asking.
First down.
Seriously, dude? It is 44-7, bruh. Just simulate the clock, man. Come on, man.
And a nice gain of 21
Seriously?
yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Again, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott.
What the hell, man? What the fuck was that?
Picked off at the 39. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Why did he throw it? Wait a minute. You got to be kidding me, bro.
And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw.
You see this ass clown, man?
In the hands of Mixon.
I mean, it's 44-7. He's still passing the ball,
at the
bro.
15-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
I know, he can hear me through my mic.
3rd and 1.
Yeah. I didn't turn my mic off. Like, are you looking at the game right now? You didn't hear me?
To try to pick it up. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too.
Well, because I have the mic on, that's not just for the stream. That's for if I'm playing somebody as well. It should be.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined?
Yeah, man, this game. Dude, did you see all the fumbles I had on the quarterback sacks, man?
They had to, because you're going to take.
I mean, I haven't played in like a week and a half either, so I'm busting his head.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Did you see that last throw down? Like,
Touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
well, if he keeps passing it, yeah, I am. I don't care. Yeah.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go
but the game is, if you see some of the animations that's going on in this game right now, it's like, my God.
Being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Yeah, I just want to hear him finish the game.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Skipping frames pretty bad.
And that is going to set up a 3rd.
And that's what I think will happen with that. Some of his passes.
Catch there to the running back. This
Skipping
position just
frames
continues
pretty
to
bad.
evolve.
That's why I said, man.
They become just as critical
When you
to
try
the
to play a
passing
game after Christmas,
as a lot of
bro.
Receivers, tight ends,
Because everybody got their PS4 right now, so you know the service is overwhelmed.
Plays for an offense.
Back now is
There's not gonna be no podcast today either. Yeah, he said not to the new year.
the Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Oh yeah, he definitely considering they need some must-win situation for him.
Back to the 33.
Must-win situation for them.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
You have to take a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
46.
throw for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to walk one deep inside here. So the long attempt falls.
Nah, it's just like he can't break off. What's his name? Couldn't break off his route.
Wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does
what are you doing, bro?
is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here you go. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back.
Oh, that was dope, Zeke. Oh, that was pretty dope. And that was playing the game for you, Zeke. You'll see it in just a second.
On 4th.
Okay. Oh, dang, it's pretty. Yeah. Dang. I know it's like that. That's how he got one of the fumbles. I did a spin, he hit me.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
46. You go 46, 46. 46. 46.
Who's that country bumping talking?
He's going to be incomplete.
He's country as hell. I don't think that he can do what I'm like, dang. Dig the dirt, dig the dirt, dig the dirt.
Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes
oh, man. That part of New York, man.
And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Breaks a tackle. He turned that into a nice
hate the quarterback run thing, man. I really do. I really, really do. Because it's just like, just run. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, like I gotta press this other option to get myself to run. Like, seriously? And then like, oh, see, I knew it. Zeke just got hurt.
Now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
I'll say this though. When you want to display how good the game looks,
so 1st and 10 now.
Playing in Cincinnati field makes it look the best. I don't know, but it looks, I guess, man, it looks good, bro.
1st down, Prescott looking deep downfield.
So
they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
You know what? He's back, but I'm not going to put it back in.
He's getting the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
Yeah.
This is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, But I almost want to go into that riff about
he didn't
back
respond to
in
my
day,
text either.
the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear into diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Red zone. Like, do what gets you there. You know what I'm saying?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take
it's jumping bad, man.
The 7.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
He just jumped he just jumped into a tackle.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And then take forever to get to the line of scrimmage.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
Oh, yeah, let me do that.
And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Joe Mixon. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, we run on the ball. But like, okay, just go to the lead, man.
Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
See, look at this dude, man. He's passing the ball, bro.
Incomplete.
Are you serious? Like, you really gonna pass the ball right now?
And despite that
just sit on the clock.
This is the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Third down, he'll drop to throw.
Really, dude? This dude is passing the ball, Dusty.
20, 10, 5.
You need to say something about that one, bro. Seriously.
Another touchdown.
You need to say something about
This thing
that.
is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
If he called a timeout on that, I would be like, oh my God, dog.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, I got my first game in the other league.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. A big offense.